Alright, so got a new bow. I'm gonna shoot it a few times, then I'll tell you about it. Alright, there's a few shots from 70. Was shooting at, got a little a spot on the bottom of a block down there. But anyway, what I'm shooting now is the Nitrum 30. And, let's see. I know, earlier in the year I had the Nitrum Turbo, which I don't really think is a bad bow. I prefer this Z5 cam. That cam was a little too aggressive for me. It wouldn't really let me sit back there and hold on target how I wanted to. I think, I'll shoot any brand bow. I'll try them all out. I'm not really brand biased. I do tend to end up shooting a lot of Hoyts just because they seem to fit me good and feel good to me, and they're a good mixture of speed and a good shooting bow. About the only thing I tend to stray away from is a PSE, just because most of them are geared toward speed and they do have a real jumpy cam, which I don't prefer. But I do like this Z5 cam better than the new Turbo. I like last year's Turbo, but it had the same Z5 cam. But I was shooting the Energy 35, and I really liked that bow. It's a sweet shooting bow, not quite as fast as these, but not a big deal. Fast enough. But I just couldn't get broadheads to fly right out of it, and I shot it through paper, getting a perfect bullet hole. So I know that's not always the answer to getting broadheads to fly. So then I started trying to move the res, get the broadheads to come together, and we still just couldn't get them to fly the same. There's no yoke like on a Hoyt, so you can't do any tuning there. So I called Elite, and they said you may just have to move your sight in between broadheads, because I was shooting a fixed blade from 20 yards consistently, hitting the same spot about 5 inches left, but the farther back you go, the farther to the left it would, separate from my field points. And they said you may just have to move your sight, and $900 bow, I don't want to have to do that every time. I don't think you should have to. So, some people may have better luck than me, but I couldn't get it to tune right. So anyway, that's why I looked for something else, because I'm not a target shooter. I am, I'm a hardcore bow hunter. So any bow I have, I want it to be able to shoot broadheads as well as field points, because it's going to be the bow I hunt with. A lot of people ask me, why don't you just shoot that Elite? because I do shoot a little 3D. I said, why don't you just shoot that Elite for that and then keep something else as your hunting bow? Well, because I want all my practice, to go into my hunting bow. I want to be as accurate with it as possible. Like I said, that's one thing with those jumpy cams. A lot of people say, well, you're only shooting a deer 20, 30 yards most of the time. I mean, yeah. But if I see a big ass buck there with antlers going everywhere, out at 50 yards, I want to feel like I can make a good shot on it. If it's broadsided, I think as much as I shoot, I can do that. Even if it's quartering a little bit. Now, if it's quartering severe, I may try to wait. We always try to get closer, but sometimes you can't without spooking them. But, for the most part, I want to be able to take that shot if I need it. And I want something, that's comfortable and I feel comfortable and, accurate with. And, with that Elite, I did kill a few deers with it, or a few deer. But, I'm shooting at 20, 25 yards. If the broadhead, I'm aiming at the heart, the broadhead's still hitting the lungs, it's still killing them. But what made me notice is I was going to do a little turkey hunting, and I was out there shooting into a target, making sure, because if you want to, I was going to try to shoot one in the head, and you got to be a little more accurate. So how I come upon that we couldn't get broadheads. Now a mechanical, we got them to shoot a little better. They weren't grouping as far as apart, but I don't really prefer shooting mechanicals. I'm not saying I won't ever shoot them, but I prefer a fixed blade. What you see is what you get. But anyway, I shot all the bows. Matthews, the Chill R, the Chill X with those rock mods, they feel awesome. But a Hoyt just seemed to tune the best for me, seems to fly the best for me. I guess it's the grip fits me good. But I actually wanted a 34 is what I was looking for at first. And the difference on them is they come with this same Z5 cam, and I'm a 28.5-inch draw length. Well, on your 30 and turbo models in the number 3 cam, that's a B. It goes from 28 to 30. On that 34, it's where it's longer. A lot of taller people or longer arm span like to shoot it, so they make the C cam go up to it's 29 to 31, so you're not getting that sharp string angle like if somebody tried to shoot this 30 with a 31-inch draw. It'd be too sharp of a string angle. But anyway, I'd ordered one bow and they didn't exactly get the right one in. Waited a couple weeks on that. Then they said it'd be like 3 more weeks because all the 34s he had in the C cam, or the number 3 cam. Excuse me. It only goes down to 29. So I said, I shot this 30 a little bit in there, and I said, the bow feels good. And it's been a while since I've been, shooting a shorter bow like this, but it was a big change coming from a 35 to a 30. But the more I shoot it, the more it feels natural, and I think it's a good shooting bow. I think it's going to be just fine. But so that's why I'm shooting this one. And I know you're thinking, damn, he probably changed bows more than underwear. And hell, you're probably right. But the thing is, you need to find one that suits all your needs. The turbo cam didn't quite suit me. The Elite I thought was a good bow, but if it won't shoot broadheads, that's not going to work. And I think they make good enough equipment now, you know, you don't have to sacrifice anything. You can find something that'll fit you good. And anyways, I didn't want to wait, you know, 3 more weeks without a bow. I just wanted to give this one a try, and I'm pretty happy with it actually. It shoots pretty good. So I'm shooting a 10-inch carbon blade with an extra 3-ounce weight stack. Like comes on 11.5 inches. Because it is a lighter bow, it helps balance it up, you know, on them longer shots. I'm shooting a kingpin sight. The only change I've made really is I'm shooting a QAD rest. It's the Fuse, made for Hoyt, but you know, it's a QAD, it's a HDX Ultra rest. And the trophy taker, the SmackDown Pro, nothing bad to say about it. I still think it's an awesome rest. I really do. The only difference is the bow shop I usually went to had closed, so I had to switch. And they preferred tuning up these QAD rests. That's what they're used to. And if it makes it easier on them, that's fine with me, because you know, I've known people that shot these and they've had good luck, and that shop really likes them. And you know, all you really need out of a rest is you need your adjustability and you need it to be dependable. So as long as it'll do that for me, I don't think I'll have no problem. But anyway, yeah, it feels pretty good. I'll take a look at them arrows. Nice and warm out here, man. I hate to be in between deer season, but you gotta let them come back, you know. I love hunting them. But yeah, the bow seems to be shooting pretty good for me. And alright, here's my group from 70. I actually was aiming at this spot just to the right of it, so I might need to adjust the sight just a little bit. But I'm real happy with that. I'm shooting Eastern Axis. Coming in right at about 425 grains. And they shoot good. They're really quick out of that bow. I haven't chronoed it, but I know Hoyt, they seem to underrate their bows compared to other companies. It's rated 332, but it's a very, you know, it's a quick bow. It's gonna shoot with a lot of them that have higher speed ratings. I think they usually do. But yeah, that's really, you know, what every hunter's looking for, you know. Just trying to get the most performance and accuracy out of the bow, you know. I don't like to give up accuracy. I'll actually give up performance a little bit before I will accuracy, because all bows are pretty fast now. But hopefully we can stick with that one for a while. I think it's gonna work out pretty good. Pretty happy with it now. But yeah, man, keep shooting them things.